Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Let me just turn the comments on. But as you can see, it is surrounded by Whismurs at the moment. It is Whismur Spotlight Hour on Pokemon Go. Now, I don't know if I'm going to be doing all of the Spotlight Hour tonight, but I may be doing a fair majority of it. You're late, my fella. Yeah, I've had another evening of having to sort some issues out at home, but again, I don't know whether I'm going to be doing the whole live stream tonight, but whatever we can do is a bonus. But tonight is going to be the night where we get our Shiny Keldeo encounter. I'm really looking forward to that. It will be. I think things just need a bit of time to just sort some stuff out, but I do need to sort a few other things out straight after the live stream, so hence why maybe not going live for the whole hour. We'll have to wait and see. So let's catch all these Whismurs up here. So yeah, of course, Whismur Spotlight Hour, it is also got a bonus attached to it, of course, like every Spotlight Hour does, and it is 2 times catch candy bonus. And maybe that's something you're interested in, but to be honest, Whismur isn't that useful anyway, even if it's fully evolved into its final evolution. Hey Sarui, how are you? Thanks for joining, mate. Hopefully you're doing okay. So yeah, even when Whismur is fully evolved into its final evolution, it is not the best Pokemon. So 2 times catch candy tonight, along with a Spotlight Hour, is not a fantastic bonus. I'd have much preferred if it was 2 times catch XP, maybe, because the excellent throws are quite decent on this. I've got a huge one there as well. And we've got a Tatsugiri Raids, which is ideal. Or not. Ended up buying Pokemon Sword physically yesterday. Is it any good? Are you enjoying it? I think I've got Shield. But I haven't really completed it yet. Why you need much more XP? No, not really. It's just, if it was going to be a bonus, I'd much prefer XP than double candy for Whismur, because I don't think I'm really going to use a Whismur candy, am I? I do really need to start playing Sword and Shield games. Perhaps I can start live streaming them at some point. That'll be pretty cool. What is that Dynamax up there? Oh, it's a Bond Suite. Wondered what that was then. It's very, very chilly wind, I must say. It is unbelievably chilly wind. Go for Dynamax battles in a DLC. That's fair enough. That's a good shout, actually. You can also just pop a mystery gift or whatever else. That is awesome. So let's do our delete adventure incense while we're out and about as well. And we have a research task for using incense as well. And I believe that was from the Carnival of Flamigo timed research. Evening, Alan, how are you? Thanks for joining, mate. Hopefully having a good day. So let's see what stage the Carnival one is at now. I'm guessing we get a Flamigo encounter here. Yes, we do. Flamigo obviously making its Pokemon Go debut today, 10 AM local time. Hey, thanks for the emojis. How are you? Hopefully having a good day. It's not a brilliant Flamigo. Loads and loads of Whismurs. This is ridiculous. Crazy, in fact. Please not try not to spam me emojis. Exactly, yeah. I don't mind the odd few, but please don't spam the chat, of course. Mate, guess what? Is that speaking to me or what? Who's that speaking to? Light bulb. So we've got a few more research tasks here that we can do. Got to use another incense at some stage as well. I suppose tomorrow's daily adventure incense will do that. Huge Whismur. What light bulb? My Flamigo was 1 CP higher. Oh, brilliant. I'm glad you got the better of me, yet again. So, has anybody else encountered their Shiny Keldeo yet? Has anybody else brought the research ticket for Shiny Keldeo a couple of weeks ago? Let me know in the comments, because I have. And when we tick off the next research task, we will now be completing it, and we should be able to get our encounter. There you go, 99 research tasks. We've completed one as well. So when I tick that off, it will go to 100. So who is ready to see a Shiny Keldeo? No, you didn't get me. I couldn't even afford it myself. I got it gifted to me myself, to be honest. So yeah, I couldn't even afford it myself. I'm poor. I was sat outside a shop with an empty cup, and eventually someone put enough money in to get it me. Yeah, the Jirachi one was horrible to do, yeah, I must admit. Is that the one where you had to have like 200 best buddies? Or no, 20 best buddies or something like that? I mean, that was no problem for me because at that point, I'd already got over 500. So I was just laughing at everyone else. But I think a lot of people hit the stumbling block when it was best buddies. I think it was 10 or 20 you had to get best buddies at one of the stages for the Jirachi one. It was a 385 excellent throws. See, there is one for a Keldeo, which is 300 excellent throws, and that's on this stage I'm on now. And I did that in a day. So it was like by about 6 o'clock in the evening I'd done it. So yeah, I'm quite okay with excellent throws. I'm not too bad. It also depends on what event is happening and what's spawning, because obviously some Pokemon are a lot easier to do. Yeah, 100 research tasks, that's it. And then, yeah, so that's one I've just done. So, who wants to see a Shiny Keldeo? Shall we do it? Shall we do a Shiny Keldeo encounter? Yeah, let's do it. Let's tip these off, see what we get. Shundo, 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 Shundo. Come on. What is a good CP for Keldeo? Does anybody know? Research-wise? I'm going to lean on Jonathan here. Or shall we keep it a secret? Already seen one. Does anybody know the research, or shall we keep it a secret and let them appraise it? No clue. Right, we'll keep it a secret. We'll keep it a secret. Nobody say out. So if you do know, stay quiet. Don't save a CP of a hundo. Let's encounter our Shiny Keldeo. So are we ready? Let's go research tasks, across to the special, tick off that one. And here should be our Shiny Keldeo from research. Let's go. Come on. We've got a rufflet in the trees. We have a lovely little waterfall there. And what is that? That is a shiny Keldeo. There it is. A shiny Keldeo. Let's go. Of course, he's always going to be on the third ball as well that he stays in. So he's going to break out on the first two. On the third ball, it'll be a guaranteed catch. We don't know what CP it is until we catch it. Here we go. The final ball. Shiny Keldeo on Pokemon Go. Registered to a Pokedex. How good is the shiny Keldeo? We've got... Ooh, that's actually not too bad. That is not too bad. I'm actually really happy with that. 14, 14, 13 on the stats. That is actually really, really cool. I'm so happy with that. I'm so happy that wasn't a 2-star because that would have been terrible. That is freaking awesome. Let's do it. Let's change the form. Let's do it. Let's do it. Boom! There it is. The resolute form of Keldeo. That looks so, so cool. That is such a cool shiny. I'm actually going to make that my buddy right now. Let's swap that out. Let's make it a buddy. There we go. Shiny Keldeo as the buddy. How does it look on the map? This is going to be so cool. I'm so happy with those RVs. 14, 14, 13. I couldn't really ask for better than that, could I? It's always nice to get a Shundo or whatever, but the chances of it are so few and far between. To get a 14, 13, 14, 13, should I say, is so, so cool. And where is he? There he is. Look at our shiny Keldeo following us around. Such a happy little pony. Let's have a look what he looks like on the avatar page. That is so cool. That is actually really, really cool. It even matches me green hair on my avatar as well. That is really, really cool. I like that. I really do like that. So hyped to finally get that research done because that has been a long research. For anybody who's got the Keldeo research, it's so, so long to try and do because you've got 25 days that you've got to do a certain thing. Then you've got another 21 days. Then you've got another 21. Then you've got 5 days. Then you've got to do 100 research tasks. It takes so, so long because of all the time gates. But I am so, so happy we managed to do it. Let's go. Absolutely smashed it. I'm really happy with the result as well. The worst thing is if you do a research like that, that takes so long and so much effort, and then you end up getting a rubbish one. I mean, nowadays it's not too bad because you can use a bottle cap on it. So of course you could make it into a Shundo. But to get an actual good one without having to use a bottle cap is actually really, really cool. I'm so buzzing about that. But yeah, thanks for everybody for the comments as well, the hype in the chat. That is awesome. So, so happy with that. Hopefully anybody else who's in the comments, if they've got the ticket, hopefully you get a good one when you encounter yours. I will be clipping this YouTube live video and putting it as a short video of the encounter. So when I do that, make sure to comment on that short video how good yours turned out when you get to claim it. But yeah, so happy with that one. That is a really, really cool one to do. So what was that, Sir Rui? What was supposed to be getting a special animation? Mine was error 404. He meant to be getting a special animation, don't think it's coded yet. Right, okay. Was that for... Because obviously we got the encounter animation, you know, like the waterfall and everything like that. Was it for like the change of form? Is that what you mean? Another Flamigo, 1158. Seems quite a decent one, that does. Don't know what a decent one is from a research test, but 1158. Let's catch this one and see. It's not too good. 3-star, but not brilliant. Right, okay. Well, we'll have to see what it is. Well, I'm sure we'll find something sooner rather than later. They're going to have to hurry up coding it because a lot more people are going to get to those encounters very soon. So I assume if anything is going to be added extra, they'll be on it. Although then again, it is Pokemon Go. They're, what was the last Flamingo CP? The last Flamingo I saw, well, I'll show you all the Flamingos I've got so far. Flamigo. So I've had a couple of 1158s and 1164 is my best one. So yeah, that's my best so far. I've only just realised that when he appears as a little thumbnail there, he's got his wings open, but when you click on him, his wings are shut. I've not noticed that before. Right, I will head down here. Isn't much to be excited to raid for Kalos Tour. No, I mean, the Kalos Tour is really disappointing in my eyes. It is really disappointing. It's very unfortunate of how bad it is, really. Unless, of course, you haven't been doing any events recently and you missed out on probably a few of the com days that the Kalos Pokemon were featured in, then it might be something you're really interested in. But in terms of all the shiny habitats and stuff like that, it is really disappointing. The only shinies I'm after are going to be from eggs, and them are, of course, the regionals. So we have Klefki, which is obviously regional to France. We have Horlauncher, which is obviously regional to Mexico. And then we have a brand new shiny Honedge as well. So Honedge, of course, isn't regional, but it will be on tier 1 raids along with the Pikachu with costume. And the Horlauncher and the Klefki shinies will only be available in 10-kilometer eggs, which is really, really annoying. And I think there's one shiny unknown that I need from the incense. So that's the only shinies I need. So I don't need any of the shiny habitats. Don't need any of them. I only need the shinies from the 10-kilometer eggs, the 1-star raids, and the unknown K, I believe it is, that I need as a shiny. All the other letters I've got. Yeah, the primal backgrounds are fire. I must admit, the raids leading up, so the Road to Kalos event, the week leading up to that event, is probably a little bit better than the event itself, annoyingly. With all the different raid bosses and the backgrounds. We've also got Pikachus, different Pikachus each night, with a different background each night. Those are also going to be spawning on raids. So yeah, there's so much on that Road to Kalos event that week leading up. It sort of made the main event look a bit disappointing, really. Well, it was disappointing before, but it's made it even more disappointing now. Underground on Kyogre and Shadow Raid Day last year. That is awesome. Congrats on that. Frillish. I don't know if I should raid Groudon on Kyogre. Well, Primal Groudon is still the best ground type in the game, and Primal Kyogre is still the best water type in the game. So it depends on how good your current water types and ground types are. Of course, because they are only primal, you can only have one of them primal at any one time, just like a Mega. So as long as you've got a good one already, if you don't want to be using the raid passes, then don't bother. Save your raid passes for another day. I will definitely be doing them anyway, because they are really, really cool. And if you do end up getting a shiny one, it's really good to lucky trade, especially if you get a shiny one with a background. So I suppose as well, shiny Groudon or shiny Kyogre with a background that you could potentially primal would also be a good thing to potentially spend your gold bottle cap on, or a silver bottle cap, if you didn't end up getting a good one. Because that would be really cool to have a Shundo background. One of them would be so cool, even if you did have to use a bottle cap. Yeah, it's 400 primal energy as well, so primal energy is exactly the same as mega energy. The quicker you take the raid boss down, the more energy you get. So it's better if you do it in big groups. That way you get more energy each time. But of course, unless you're meeting up with a community group for like a raid hour that day, you may not have big groups throughout the day. But of course, raid hour will probably be your best bet to get that primal energy. Yeah, exactly. So if you do want to save your coins, by all means, don't ever feel like you have to spend the coins. You know, things will definitely come round again. We may not have the backgrounds again in the future, but we of course will have the primal Kyogre and Groudon again at the future. We're always going to bring them back round at some stage. It's a bit like the Mega Rayquaza. There's so much hype and so much buzz around it when it does come round. They make so much money off it each time. They're definitely going to bring it round again. It may take a while just to build up the hype again, but they'll definitely bring them back round again. So if you're not too bothered about the backgrounds and you've already got a decent one ready, yeah, by all means, save your coins, use them on something different. Use your coins on the incubators, for example, so that you can hatch for regionals at a weekend. That might be a better reason. But I'm just saying, of course, I'll be doing them personally myself, because I'll be hosting every single raid hour that week. With being the community ambassador of my local group, I'll be hosting every single raid hour that week. So it's going to be a very busy week for me. And unfortunately, that also means I won't be doing any live streams that week, unfortunately. So yeah, incubators and walking, yeah, it's not a good thing, is it? It's not nice. I hate when you have to rely on an egg to get the shiny, because it is so completely random. You have to put so much effort into hatch the egg by walking however distance, and then there's nothing you can do about it to get the shiny or not. You just have to keep hatching eggs. It's so annoying. Yeah, I don't really buy incubators myself, to be honest. I only ever use my free incubator. I sometimes get incubators from, of course, showcases and stuff like that. And there's going to be quite a few showcases before we get to that event. So my top tip would be to try and win most of the showcases around you. And that way you can probably earn free incubators that you can then use into that event. But yeah, I will probably be trying to win as many showcases as I can before the event to get the free incubators. But then I'll also probably try and save me coins up to buy some incubators, because the chances of getting shiny Haunter and shiny Klefki in the future are going to be very few and far between, unless, of course, you go to those countries that we normally spawn in. Yeah, I do hope that we do half air catch distance, because maybe it's only something that's specific for ticket holders, for example. If it is, and I'm down with that as well, you know, hopefully the ticket holders, for spending that additional $9.99, I believe it is, then hopefully you do get additional bonuses like half air catch distance and stuff like that. So I think it's time now. To those people only just tuning in today and didn't see yesterday we had an epic battle for the Dynamax Max Monday. We did a Whismur Dynamax battle. Of course, Whismur was featured yesterday for Max Monday, and we thought it would be funny to do a Wailord versus Whismur battle. Now, we got really, really close to winning. Whismur ended up actually beating us right at the end. But of course, we had two Pokemon once our Wailord fated out. So we managed to beat Whismur overall, but the Wailord versus Whismur battle, Whismur got the better of us. Now, we haven't maxed out any of these Wailord moves. All we've done is we've powered him up to over 1,500 CP. And we're going to go back into another battle now against Whismur. And hopefully, Wailord can get some little bit of credit back again, and hopefully we can beat it. So this is the most epic battle you never really knew you wanted to see on Pokemon Go, and we're now round 2. So let's go for it. Wailord against Whismur, number 2. Of course, we are going to try and dodge as many targeted attacks that get thrown our way. But of course, the large attacks we cannot dodge. We've got Body Slam. Yeah, yesterday's live stream was on YouTube. It was Sunday's live stream, which we did on TikTok. But yeah, we did do this battle yesterday. Whismur just managed to get the better of us. Now, Whismur has got a little bit of a different move to what it had yesterday. He's got Body Slam this time around, which I don't think it had yesterday. And it is managing to do a bit more damage to us than what it did yesterday. It is throwing quite a few of those attacks out, one after another. Now, we're running the same charge moves and the same fast moves on this Wailord as we did yesterday. The only thing we've done is we've powered it up from around about 1,300 CP, what we attempted yesterday, to 1,500 CP today. So that's the only difference we've done. And we need to try and collect as many of those particles as we can. We are about neck and neck for health. Incoming. I should have dodged it. I missed it. That's going to hurt. That's going to hurt. Is that going to cost us? That may very well cost us. Managed to dodge it that time. It used Scald as well. Not very effective. Dan usually makes a short saying he'll be live on YouTube. Yeah, so I always make a TikTok short saying I'll be live on YouTube. Don't know if I did that yesterday. I'm not too sure. I was all a bit of a panic yesterday because I was too late leaving the house. Right, this is going to be close. This is going to be close. Targeted, coming in. Dodged. Let's get the blizzard off. He's preparing a large attack. We can't dodge the large attacks. Come on. Come on. Can we do it? Charge that max meter up. Let's go. Come on. Come on. It looks like Whale Lord has got redemption. It looks like we're going to win. Whale Lord against Whalmer Part 2. And we have redemption for Whale Lord. Whale Lord has come out on top. The slowest, biggest, most epic battle you have ever seen in a Dynamax battle. Forget solo in legendaries, forget solo in Gigantamax. That was the most epic battle and finale you have seen. 820 CP. It isn't even good enough to give us a shiny one. We have to cope with a non-shiny 820, but it is over 800 CP. 838, I believe, was a hundo. 820 is what we're going to have to settle with. And redemption at last. It's now one apiece. One apiece. We have got a Whalmer sat there, up there. Shall we see if we can do it 2-1? As a final, if this was boxing and each fighter had won one battle each, I think we'd do a third one to see the overall winner, wouldn't we? Shall we do one more battle to see who is the overall winner out of Whale Lord and Whalmer? Let me know in the comments down below if you want to. Yes, Jonathan says. Let's see if anybody else wants me to do this next Whalmer battle. Is it going to be the finale, the final bout to decide it all? So Uwe says yes. Let's go ahead and do it. Let's go ahead, get in range of this battle. It's supposed to be Whismur Spotlight Hour, but we've done pretty much everything other than Whismur Spotlight Hour. We've been catching Whismurs, but we've been doing epic battles. We've been getting Shiny Keldeo. It has been a live stream to be remembered. If we can finish this off and make it so Whale Lord comes out on top. Let's just make sure our Whale Lord is fully healed. It is. Whoever says no, I'm going to ban. Yeah, this is like, you know, forget Wilder versus Fury. This is it. This is a fight you want to see. Whale Lord versus Whalmer. Box office. Normally you have to pay about £40 to see a fight this epic. But I'm giving it to you for free. Whale Lord. I'm just waffling now. Whale Lord. Let's go. Come on. Whale Lord versus Whalmer. Number 3. To decide it all. Let's see if we can do it. This will be it. This will decide who is better overall between these two huge Pokemon. Let's go. Heavy Slam. Not very effective. We can live with that. Swipe into the... We need to move. We dodged it. We dodged Scald. We can now hit it with our charge attack to get it go down a little bit. Again, swiping into that particles. And I think we managed to dodge that next Scald. We have. Again, hitting it with a charge move. If I beat this with half health, I've got to Master Ball and Bidoof. Come on. Come on. Is he going to charge attack us again? It is. Scald has come in. We can now hit it with Blizzard. Swipe into the particles. Again, dodging that Scald. About neck and neck for health now. We're into the yellow. Whismur is into the yellow. Come on, Whale Lord. If this was boxing, both fighters are being punched to hell. But who has got the final strike? Who has got the last blow? Who has got the knockout win? Swiping into that energy again. Collecting those max particles. Another heavy slam comes in. Missing that attack incoming. Another Blizzard. We're nearly into the red health herself here. Another attack incoming. We're into the red. Come on. Have we done it? I think we have. Come on, Whale Lord. Finish it off. Get in. Whale Lord for the win. Whismur is down and out. 2-1. We make the most epic comeback. Whismur did this yesterday. Whale Lord has come up victorious 2 times in a row. Whale Lord for the win. No shiny, 802 CP, a terrible Whismur as a reward for such an epic battle. I think that's a little bit unfair from Whismur there to give us such a terrible reward, but still, 2-1, we have done it. The winner is the cargo ship. Let's go. Whale Lord for the win. He shall not pass. He shall not win. Whale Lord, which is victorious tonight. 2-1 overall. We have made an epic comeback from last night's disappointment. We had to wait 24 hours to sort of regain ourselves to make that comeback, but we did in epic style. 2-1 to Whale Lord. And now we've got just over 15 minutes of a Spotlight Hour to go. The exact thing we actually came out for tonight. Hey Miss Blue, how are you? What an epic battle that is. Whale Lord versus Whismur. I think we definitely need to do these sort of battles more often. I think the next Dynamax Max Monday, we need to have suggestions in the comments as to what we need to use against it, because it does make the whole Dynamaxes a lot more fun. Yeah, it's freezing. It is freezing, I must admit. Right, so can we finish with a shiny Whismur? That'll be the cherry on top of a cake this evening. So as a review, if you're only just tuning in, where have you been? We've done our shiny Keldeo encounter. We've encountered it for the final time after doing 100 research tasks, multiple days of being stopped by time-gated research, and we've finally got our shiny Keldeo encounter. And look at that! We've got a shiny Ditto from this evening. I didn't even know Whismur disguises Ditto. We've managed to get a shiny Ditto during the stream that I didn't even know about. What? What is happening? Shiny Ditto. There is our shiny Keldeo that I was going to show you, but we ended up getting a shiny Ditto as well. Shiny Keldeo, 14, 14, 13 on the stats. So cool as a shiny. We immediately changed it as a Resolute form. But no way we actually got a shiny Ditto after that shiny Keldeo. That is awesome. If anybody wants to name this in the comments, let me know the nickname that you would give for a shiny Ditto. Let me know in the comments your suggestions and we'll rename it. Blueberry jelly. Bluey. I think blueberry jelly is just perhaps a little bit too long on the name to fit it all on. I don't think it will go. Failed Mewtwo. Failed Mewtwo. Blue Bean. Let's see if Bluey will go. Blueberry. Let's see if Blueberry will go. Ditto. Blueberry. Or Bluey Berry. That way it's a mixture of both. We've got Bluey Berry. A mixture of both. There we go. That is awesome. As if we managed to get a shiny Ditto. That is absolutely awesome. So Ditto disguises as Mankey, Growlithe, Magnemite, Voltorb, Sentret, Teddiursa, Whismur, of course. But Jonathan's just listed them all there. I'm a new subscriber. Thanks very much for your subscription to the channel. That is awesome. Thanks for doing that. Much appreciated. And thanks for getting involved in the comments as well. Hopefully you're enjoying the live stream. Shiny Ditto. So we've had a shiny Ditto. We've had a shiny Keldeo during tonight's live stream. We haven't had shiny Whismur yet, but I'd argue that Ditto is probably better. And we've had an epic battle with Wailord against Wailmer as a Dynamax battle, where Wailord has come out on top twice to make it 2-1 overall after losing to Wailmer yesterday. So 2-1 to Wailord, an epic comeback in what was probably the Dynamax battle you never knew you needed to see, but you definitely needed to see it. And like I say, I will be doing some clips from tonight's live stream, including the Keldeo encounter, perhaps trying to clip up the epic battles between Wailmer and Wailord like we did yesterday and this evening. We'll try and clip those up into short videos so you can view those after the live stream as well on my channel, so keep an eye out for that. Some epic battles over the course of the last few days. And now we've got 11 minutes left of the Spotlight Hour. Clip it. I will try and clip it. I'll be sorting all that stuff out later on this evening. So let's catch these Whismur. and see if we can end up getting a shiny Whismur to put the cherry on top of a cake. I must say it is very, very cold this evening. It's one of those cold evenings where you can just feel it in the tips of your fingers as you're trying to throw the Pokeballs. It is so annoying. Lotad. So of course, amongst all that excitement, I forgot to tell you that it's also the Carnival of Flamigo event. We've of course got Flamigo. We've encountered a couple this evening from research tasks. But it was also shiny boosted Pokemon for the likes of Pikipek, Spritzy, and Lotad. So those three are going to be shiny boosted during this event. So around 1 in 64 odds. So I'll just wait for that truck to go past. So if you are looking for the likes of shiny Spritzy, Pikipek, or Lotad, then this is the event to try and get them, because they are 1 in 64 shiny odds. After this event, they will go back to 1 in 512 shiny odds. Did you mean to put Cherubi on top of the El Creamy? Yes, that's exactly what I meant. I like it. I think we're still waiting for the Pokemon Go debut of El Creamy and its first evolution as well. It's going to be quite a nice introduction to that, I'm guessing. Perhaps later this year that'll happen. Hey Squiggly, how are you? Thanks so much for joining. So we desperately need to keep an eye out on these Whismurs, because we are quick catching them, of course. And as we've already found out this evening, we could end up getting another shiny Ditto. We'll have to check in just a moment to see if we've managed to pick up a second one of the evening. Bearing in mind, I don't think we've had any other Dittos this evening, except for that shiny one. I don't think any other Dittos have been appearing for us. Let's just have a quick look on that fact. And no, we've only got that one from today. Ditto and age 0. And it is and was the only shiny, or the only Ditto that we found that Whismur has turned into so far. And it was a shiny one, which was so cool. So shiny Ditto. I've got to go already, bro. Sorry, but you have a new subscriber. Brilliant. Thanks very much for that. Hopefully you can stay a bit longer next time. But thanks very much for subscribing. Much appreciated. So we're doing really, really good on the subscriber front as well. I think 1,528, I believe, before we went live. Of course, we've had a couple of new subscribers this live stream, which is awesome. So we may be over the 1,530 mark now, which is just so, so cool. Target would probably be to get to 2,000 subscribers by the end of the year if we can. Another 500 over the course of 2026 would be so cool. So if you have subscribed, please make sure to share it when we go live and stuff. Try and get more of your friends and family interested in the live stream. Anybody you think who may like Pokemon, share it to them. See if they will subscribe as well. Let's get that subscriber number up. Snow time. It has given out snow tonight, which is so annoying because I don't really like the snow. But it has given out snow tonight where I am. Hopefully not much. Dan, spin those stops. Yes, Jonathan. How many stops have you spun by? You spun 14. I will spin them for you, Jonathan. Don't you worry. I will get this challenge done. I don't think you've opened my gift yet, Jonathan. I'm deeply disappointed. Jonathan always tells me off for not opening the gift, and I don't think he's opened mine yet. Let's just double check. Let's stitch him up on the stream. Look at that. Look at that. I've sent you a gift, and you haven't opened it. It's unacceptable, Jonathan. Unacceptable. We'll get a pop-up in a minute. Sorry, my back hurts so much after all the carrying. Very good. Now you know how I feel. How many more stops do we need, by the way? Oh, a lot. Nearly double what we've already got. Just over the halfway mark. Can we get a shiny low tad? No, we can't. So we're going to catch these few remaining low tad. Sorry, we're going to catch these few remaining Whismur, should I say. And we'll be finishing the live stream perhaps a couple of minutes before the Spotlight Hour finishes. Well, we will, of course, have a quick rundown of what we've managed to get this evening. No, you don't have to do that, Jonathan. You don't have to do that at all. That's fine. We'll just ignore that. And we'll catch the Whismurs. We'll just ignore what Jonathan's just said then. My gift sending is very on time and prolific and consistent. Nobody else needs to know any different. But no, I am terrible at gifts. I'll be the first to admit it. Terrible. I do have to get poked and prodded to open and send gifts, which Jonathan does quite regularly. But sometimes that's the only way to get a gift out of me. So if anybody is friends with me and you want a gift, just comment down below and I'll send you a gift. I'll try and get better at them, I promise. Showcase. What is on the showcase now? Ludicolo. Let's put our biggest one on. It is number 1, so we've ranked higher than that other person there. Which again, like I mentioned before, it may be really good to get high in those rankings because one of the rewards for winning showcases is egg incubators. And if you are wanting to hatch those regionals during the Go Tour Kalos later this month, then of course you need egg incubators to stand a better chance. And that's the best way to get them for free is by winning those showcases. So you can save all those incubators that you do win and use them during that event. You never messaged me. Yeah, unfortunately I had other things going on, mate, but I will get back to you tonight. I do apologise. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 1,053, 1,054. So another couple of Whismur here. Yeah, I will get back to you tonight, Vince. I do apologise. I have a few other things going on at the moment. So the last few Whismur of the Spotlight Hour, and then they'll all start to disappear very soon. And there we go. No more Whismurs. We have got a Flamigo though, right there. And if we catch this with an Ultra Ball, I believe there's another one just behind us as well. She's just gone out of sight now, which we'll go back to in just a moment. But let's have a rundown then at what we've managed to get this Spotlight Hour before we finish the live stream. Now, shiny wise, we ended up getting 2 shinies, none of them Whismur, but we did get a shiny Ditto, which of course was disguised as a Whismur. We didn't know about it until we randomly checked our storage halfway through and found that we'd quick caught a shiny Ditto. So really, really cool shiny. And we did get our shiny Keldeo from the special research. After days and weeks and months of doing those time-gated researches, those 21-day researches, followed by those 5-day researches, and so on, we managed to finally get our shiny Keldeo encounter, and it was actually a decent one. It was a 14, 13 on the stats, which is really, really cool. We immediately turned it into the new Resolute form, which gives it a bigger horn, a better attack, and overall a much more useful one. So really, really happy to get a decent shiny Keldeo. And let's see if we manage to get any hundos tonight from all the Whismurs. Let's have a quick look, and unfortunately not. So not only did we do all the Whismurs, the Keldeo, the Dittos, we of course did that epic Dynamax battle, which saw us make a redemption for the Whale Lord versus Whalmer Dynamax battle that we did yesterday, where Whalmer actually beat our Whale Lord. We ended up doing 2 Dynamax battles tonight, where Whale Lord got the better of Whalmer on both occasions. So Whale Lord has come out on top in that epic duel, 2-1 overall. And of course, that was an epic thing to watch, and we'll definitely be doing more of the same sort of thing in the future. So thanks very much for everybody who's tuned in tonight on the live stream. I much appreciate all the comments, all the new subscribers. Make sure to like the video, subscribe if you haven't, and I will see you on the next one. Thanks very much for joining. Bye for now.